I am so glad you guys are here tonight. We have got an awesome show. We are getting close to the end of the year and we are closing it out in awesome fashion. So I want to welcome everybody in. Stan, Luke, Eric, I see you. I know you need therapy. I can't help you with that. Kike, Zach, brother Jeremy. We're going to talk about you in just a few minutes, bro. Zach, hey, thanks for checking in with us. Chantrell, hey, sweetheart. Glad you're here, daughter. Tammy, Karashay, Dirty 6930. Got you, brother. Kenneth, glad you're here. Have I got everybody? All right. Gonna go ahead and bring out Courtney. I've been waiting on this one because you guys are gonna love this show. So let's bring out the beautiful Courtney.
Oh, sorry, DE. Sorry, DE.
DE Exotics. Did I get it? Is it Exotics?
DE's Reptiles.
DE's Reptiles. I'm so sorry. Okay. Courtney!
Hey.
All right. I have been waiting for this one because not only do you guys keep reptiles, but you have a fantastic business sense. So we're gonna make you talk that end of it too. So would you please tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah.
Get us started.
Yeah. So I'm Courtney with Leviathan Snakes. I run it with my husband, Steven. I know a lot of people here have met him and everything. We do it together. It was something that I started and he got really excited about. And so now we've been doing it for the past several years and really enjoy it. We do ball pythons specifically.
Okay. You said that you started.
I did.
The business.
Yes. So
and yours is the other way around.
Well, yeah. So we get that a lot, but he, I think, it was the animals for me. I wanted to breed something. I had a roommate in college who she rode and taught horse riding. And so at one point we were talking about owning horses and doing having her do lessons, and I would own land and we would do boarding and lessons. And then we started talking about dog breeding, and then I got my first snake and I found out about Morph Market. And I asked Steven, I was like, hey, this would be really cool. What if we did this? And he's like, no, that's a lot. Like, what do you mean? We just have a bunch of animals? And because if you've never done it, you don't know. So he was like, no, that's weird. We're not doing that. And then I was like, but what if I just got two, a boy and a girl, and we put them together and see what happens? And he was like, no, what are we going to do with a bunch of snakes? What are we going to do with them? And then I think I convinced him by talking about marketing it and running it like a business and things that I was excited about outside of just the snakes. And that's when he first got excited about it. And that's when I picked out which animals I wanted. I set up a bunch of enclosures for them. And I think he finally got himself a snake. And that's when he was like, oh, I like this. This is cool.
But you had to get him to get his own, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, he loved mine, the one that I had. It wasn't like he was scared of him, but he didn't get it. He'd be like, $1,000 for a snake? What are you on? So.
They don't really get it until they get their own.
I didn't really get it at first either. I didn't know. I was a pet owner and I wanted an experience, to make the pet experience what I wanted it to be, because as somebody who was buying their first pet and Googled where to buy a ball python and getting Morph Market and just seeing a bunch of people who are like, hey, Venmo me $250 and I'll ship you this snake. And, that's scary. That's nerve wracking. And you don't know. And you're like, why is this brown one $2,000? Because you don't know anything about it. So it was after our first reptile show that we went to that we really kind of started grasping it.
Those reptile shows now, hey, Thomas, I saw you come in. Those reptile shows are so exciting. And it is about getting in there and seeing the snakes and getting to see them in person. But it's also the experience of all the people that you communicate with online. You get,
Mhm.
it's like a family reunion. You get to be with those people, and I think that's the excitement as well.
Oh yeah. Once you like once we started going to like the national shows like Daytona and Tinley, that was amazing. That was so cool.
Well, and that's where we got to meet you and Stephen in the baby.
Yeah, we saw you at Tinley. That was
Yeah,
awesome.
that was a great experience. So you guys are basically just doing the ball pythons,
Yes.
and I know you guys are doing one of the morphs that we are into,
Mhm.
the Sunset Project,
Yes.
which is
Yes.
what we're working. And we love that. But you guys are already creating some beautiful things with it. We actually have hets, so
Mhm.
we're doing the het things right now. But you guys are producing some amazing stuff.
Yeah. So this year was our first visual sunsets, and we just produced visual, like 2 visuals. They didn't have any other genes in them. Hopefully in the next couple years we'll be able to start working other genes into our visuals. 2023 is like the season that we were excited about from the get-go, because that's when all of our good stuff comes. But we worked on making a lot of hets this year. So our big ones with sunset are we did a red stripe yellow belly clutch, a clown, desert ghost clutch, which we did it along with Troy from Balls and Strikes, and we did a chocolate edgy pastel visual desert ghost to our sunset, and so we split the clutch down the middle, and so we got some really cool double het sunset DG stuff, some double het sunset ultramo with Troy as well, and then our visual sunsets that we got, and we got 2 out of 9 eggs, so that was a scary clutch cutting.
See, to me, it's all like Christmas. I love when you do egg cuttings, because everything, I don't care if, like Kike says, I get a classic, super classic. I am like Christmas Day. I'm like, oh, we got a new baby.
Yes.
I don't care how many clutches I've cut. It always seems like Christmas. Oh, I've lost her. There she is. I just absolutely love it. And I know I sent you questions and I have not asked you a single one
No,
on
you're
so far, because I get so excited when I get to talk to you. But
Girl in her crib.
it's just because I know that you know the business end as well. And so it excites me that it's kind of your baby to begin with, and you got Stephen dragged into it. So I think that's the best part.
And he's happy I dragged him into it. Now it's to the point where I'm like, hey, honey, can we go like a day without discussing Morph Market, please? Thank you.
And I don't think we do. It's like we'll get in bed at night after, and we do the thing. We get up at 4:30 in the morning. I send him off to work. I head off to work. We do the gym. We do the snakes. We do the rats. We do, all the things that we've got to do in the day. And we still crawl into bed at night, and we're on Morph Market. What can we add to the collection that's going to help us? What can we do this? What can we do with that? And it's all about improving the business, and it's all about making our quality of breeding better, to make it better for getting our stuff out there that's going to make our stuff even better and better and better as we go along and produce. So I don't think we're ever going to be off of Morph Market on a daily basis.
I know when because I had a baby this year, and there was like a rule. I was like, this was right after the Lacey Act stuff was going about, and Steven had been stressed out for days. I was like, look, we're not talking about that while we're in the hospital. You have 48 hours. We're not talking about stressful snake things.
Right.
And sometimes he'll start talking about it, and I'm like we've been talking about this all, and then 10 seconds later I'm super into it because I love talking about it too.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, it as Eric said, it sounds like an addiction. It kind of is. I mean, it's either one thing or another. For us, it's snakes, you know. I need to say hi to Patrick stepped in. Hi, Patrick. Glad you're here. Brittany came in. J Mac came in. Thank you guys for being here. Live feed ASMR came in. You guys are all awesome, and we thank you so much. I'm trying not to go so fast, but I'm so excited for you to be here that I'm just like firing things at you and coming back. But so how long actually have you guys been into the reptiles and keeping and
So I've always had pets. Steven never had any pets like growing up at all. And I started with turtles in high school. So I was probably 16 when I started doing turtles. And, I was still living with my parents or in college. So I couldn't have like a whole lot. But at one point I had just like, 4 big turtles in a big aquarium. And like that was a lot to be in that aquarium because they grow fast once you put them in big spaces because they start off so small. And I know I didn't have the information I needed at the time, but so I rehomed one of them unfortunately passed away, but I rehomed the other 2 and I kept the one that I'd had since high school. And I had that turtle from 16 until maybe like 5 years ago. So I probably had that turtle for almost 10 years. And the reason I got rid of it was I decided to, somebody said you should siphon the tank rather than carrying it outside and dumping it when you did a deep clean. So I was like, okay, I'll siphon it. And I got one mouthful of turtle water and I was like, I'm done.
you were done?
I'm never doing this again. And I mean, my tank, I had like algae eaters, I had snails, it was a nice setup, but I had a coworker at the time whose son loves anything reptiles, any kind of bearded dragon or lizard or anything. So I actually like gave them the turtle and its tank because they had one themselves and I would watch it when they went out of town and stuff. So yeah, so he's still kicking. So he's probably 15 years old now, but I had said, like, if you're going to get rid of him, don't just, tell me and I'll take him back. And they're like, I mean, if we get rid of him, I'll probably just throw him in a river. And I was like, don't do that. They're invasive. Don't do that. And he's like, they're not invasive. They're all over the place. I was like, that's invasive. That's what that means. Sorry, Steven's walking downstairs and I can hear myself 5 seconds ago.
He just popped on. I was just getting ready to say hi to him.
Oh, okay. I guess the lights are going to be off now.
Yeah, Tyler came in. Steven just came in. Joel Bartley came in. So I wanted to say hi to everybody that was coming in. But dang, we have not ventured into turtles.
Yeah.
I'm trying to venture into a lot of stuff that I've been told no.
Yeah. We did. So we also have a couple boas that we're not going to breed or anything. I had a couple Pac-Man frogs. So the thing about the Pac-Man frogs is I hate bugs. I hated feeding them bugs. So I don't have Pac-Man frogs anymore. So we got into ball pythons in 2020. So not that long ago.
Not that long ago.
But like March of 2020. So pretty early in the year.
Okay. So we've been in since about 2016.
Okay, yeah.
Didn't start breeding until probably 2019.
Yeah.
Something like that. It's not been like a very long time.
Yeah. So we started breeding in 2020. That was our first pairings. Our first babies came 2021, I guess. So we the first couple of snakes we paired, it took them like they just weren't ready, I guess. So we didn't have any snakes that first year.
I think we had maybe 2 clutches the first year that we bred. And then I don't know how many we've had since then, but we're hoping to steadily build. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So our first year, I think we had 5 or 6. I think we had 5 or 6 clutches. And then this year we had about 13. Our last one was just laid, so they're not going to hatch until January. So a solid 13.
Good deal. So you guys are moving right along. That is awesome.
Yeah, so we're excited. Next year, I think we're gonna hang on to a couple females and maybe not pair every single one of our females next year. But we're definitely gonna be going up in our amount of clutches. Oh yes, if you guys would like to head on over to snakesandfatman.com. Steven and I are in a contest. I'm sure everyone has seen me posting about it nonstop. But yeah, thank you, Kike.
Thank you, Kike. We were hoping that she was gonna plug it tonight.
Yeah. Oh, I will. But yeah. It's I don't want to steer it away from your stuff that you have.
If you watch the show, you know we tell everybody to drop their links. We tell everybody to make sure that you're following and supporting each other, and we absolutely go and share each other's stuff. So
yeah, so that contest has been a lot of fun. We at first, when we heard like, oh, you get like a vote and people will vote for whoever has the best campaign, I was like, what do you mean, like sharing their post? What do you mean campaign? And I didn't get it at all. And we're really busy, so I kind of wasn't thinking about it too much until maybe 2 weeks before the voting opened. And Steven was like, okay, I want to make like legitimate campaign videos, but they're going to be ridiculous. And I was like, what are you talking about? I don't know about that. That's a lot of work. He's like, no, we'll do them like every day. They're going to be hilarious. And he gave me his ideas, and they are funny. But his humor is very on the nose, like very... like I said something ridiculous and everyone's gonna laugh, and I was like, well, you need like a straight man to make the ridiculous funny. Like if you just have ridiculous, it gets chaotic. You need the straight man who's like, what are you talking about? So that's how we did our first couple of videos, where he played like this ridiculous character, and I would just be like, okay, stop it. And then we were getting all these comments like, oh, Courtney shuts him down. Look at that look Courtney gave him. Courtney's... And I was like, hey, we need somewhere you're being mean to me. And now we've just devolved into kidnappings and yeah. So
see, I love that. I absolutely love that. Mrs. Thosa, thank you for being here. See, because Juicy G shows up on my channel sometimes, and I get so mad at her. Because she has stolen a lot from me, like bikini tops and Cardi B sunglasses and things like that. I'm afraid one of these days she's going to tie me up or handcuff me and steal my show. No, yeah. I'm always like sitting up here like
one day it's going to be her sitting there. Yeah.
It's good. One of these days, I'm thinking they're going to cut to the camera, and I'm going to be tied up somewhere with like tape over my mouth, and she's just going to have, my show, and it's going to be the Juicy G show, and I'm just going to be like,
yeah, don't say it 3 times.
Yeah, I know, it's like Beetlejuice. It's absolutely like Beetlejuice. So
yeah, we're having a lot of fun, and a lot of people are really good sports about it, like Shane Kelly and Chris Eaton, like agreeing to put snake bags over their head and sit there while we plotted, or Bree from Smoky Mountain having me kidnap her. Like they've been such good sports about it. We're having a lot of fun doing it. So if y'all haven't seen it, it's on our Instagram. We have a bunch of reels that we've posted about the contest, and they're a lot of fun if you want to check them out.
I've been seeing a lot of great stuff over there on the Instagram. So you guys make sure you're voting over there, because it's been some funny stuff. It has been some absolutely funny stuff. I wanted to ask you, because you were the one that kind of started off. Have you had to face any challenges as a female in the industry?
I don't know if there have been like specific challenges, because Steven has been there for a lot of it, and not saying that I couldn't have done it without him. I think it's not necessarily challenges more as it is like things that you catch that you're like, that was different. No, nobody would have said that to Steven. And you notice it. Yeah. Like I do all the sales, and there's been a couple of times where I have done everything from like show off the animal, explain everything about it, give them the hatch card, put it in the bag, tie up the bag, hand it to the person, and then they hand the money to Steven. And I'm like, yeah, can't trust me with that.
The little lady doesn't know.
Yeah,
She's going to spend that all on shoes.
Yeah. And Steven will be like, I don't have anything to do with the money. You give it to her. And it'll be other things. Like there was somebody who was picking up rodents from us one time, and he started chatting with Steven while I was feeding snakes. So I'm just feeding snakes, and they're sitting in the snake room talking. And like I leave because we were feeding frozen thawed. I leave to go get more of the frozen thawed. And I guess while I was gone, he was like, it's awesome that you can get her to help out with your snakes like that. And Steven's like, do you see me doing anything right now? So I don't know if it's necessarily challenges, more as like catching little biases here and there. But I think a lot of people have that issue. So I try not to dwell on anything.
I think because, he works during the day, and he works in an area, in an industry that he cannot have his phone. He can't do any of that. And so all the replies to everything are from me. So if you're asking about a snake and you're asking about genetics and you're asking about this or that, it's coming from me.
Yeah.
If you're wanting to know pricing and shipping and all the details, it's coming from me. If you're wanting your animal shipped, it's coming from me. I am the one, talking to Ship Your Reptile. I am the one getting your animal boxed. I'm the one putting heat packs in or cool packs, depending on when it's being shipped. I'm the one that's getting that shipment ready and out the door. I'm the one, so they don't understand that, yeah, he's here with me on the weekends and all of that, and in the evenings. But for anything else that's going on with that snake, yes, I'm working during the day while all this is going on, but I'm also taking care of our snake business as well. So it's like, it's me that you're getting. If you think you're talking to the gentleman of the house, when you're asking all those questions or getting something, it's actually me.
Yeah. And I try to make it clear, like I sign off everything with like my name at the bottom and stuff. Steven does, he'll do a lot of, we split all the dirty work. So rodents, feeding, or like cleaning enclosures. We do all of that half and half. He does a lot more with YouTube than I do. I don't do really that much YouTube. I'll shoot a video every now and then and do the editing every now and then. But when it comes to, and if we are at a show, the sales are pretty much half and half. But if it's somebody who's reached out about Morph Market or reached out through Instagram, it's me leading the sale and doing and working all that.
See, I love that. Brother Kurtwood, I see you coming in. Love it that you're here. PZ, I see you. Are we going through recession times with these balls?
We're not noticing anything. We're not noticing any decline in sales, or, we haven't had to like cut prices or anything. I have noticed things that we sold for a premium last year. We had to price much lower this year, but we haven't had any issues.
We just put our hatchlings on sale right now just because we're trying to get them out of the door, because we have things that are coming in. We've got no room.
I understand that.
No room.
Yeah.
And we just have no room to put anything new. And we're just trying to get them out the door.
Yeah.
That's the only reason.
We kind of came to a point where we're like, if we don't have anything, I think we might be doing a show this coming weekend. Anything that we don't sell, then we're just kind of going to hang on to until we're not going to like push it on Morph Market. We're not going to like do a show specifically to try to sell any animals, but we have few enough left from the season that we might just hang on until next season to do any shows or anything.
If we had the rack room right now, I wouldn't even worry about it. I would hang on to them because there's really no reason to get rid of them, but we just don't have the space right now. Otherwise, they'd be sitting there not real worried about it. Is there a favorite gene that you guys are working with?
Yes. So for Steven, it would be Sunset. For me, it is Freeway and Clown. So Clown was the first like project that we started working that we got excited about. It was specifically a Xanthic Clown. And then Steven decided to get into Sunset, and I do that too, but I focus on Campfire, Freeway, and Clown. Like those are the other 3 projects that we have. We do a couple pet clutches that are like Blue-Eyed Lucy's or just bananas, stuff like that that people really like at shows. But I really like Super Asphalt and Freeway. So I have a really cool boy that I got from Josh, the Ball Python Shed, and he is an OD and she asphalt Wheelmaker banana, and that we're going to be pairing to a lot of our like asphalt and freeway stuff this year. So hoping to get a couple super asphalts or some freeways with all of those awesome genes. We have like a Mardi Gras female. We have a red stripe yellow belly female. A lot of like really cool yellow belly and asphalt stuff. And then our Clown, I don't think we're going to be making a whole lot of new stuff with Clown, but we're going to be, well, that's not right. We're not going to focus specifically on Clown, but like what Clown can do for our other projects, so like Freeway Clown, Sunset Clown, and then Campfire is one that I've liked from the beginning, which is Cinnamon Enchi Calico and Cinnamon Enchi Calico Banana. We have where we want to put Yellow Belly, Orange Dream in there. We're really excited for that one.
Joel wants to know what were the first projects that you guys started with?
So the very first snakes that we bought were like Banana and Albino and then Clown. So those were the 3 that we wanted to work. And then like the albino stuff, it's kind of, I like them a lot, but they don't really sell that well for us. We had some Toffinos this year that did not move very fast at all compared to everything else. So we're kind of on the fence about making that pairing again. And then the Clown stuff, like I said, we moved into other projects. And then Banana, everybody loves a banana. Those go so fast at a show, but we made the mistake of like, oh, we've got to have something in there. So now we've got like a banana double-headed Xanthic Clown that like a pet owner is not going to buy a $500 banana or whatever price it runs for. So, not as good. We have not produced any Xanthic Clowns yet. We have double heads right now. So we have banana pastel double-head Xanthic Clowns that we're going to go.
Okay. Night, Brother Kurtwood. Glad you popped in, brother. Okay, I think I've got everybody's.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any more
Okay,
questions.
all right. I'm trying to keep up with everybody's questions in the chat and also keep up with what we've got here too. So now, is there a dream reptile that you would like to create?
I don't know specifically if there's like an actual one. Like there's not necessarily a specific combo that I know of. I'm just excited to be pairing the babies that babies that we produced growing up and them like producing their own babies. That's one that I'm really excited about. So I'm excited for a lot of stuff we should be having the next 2 years, but I don't know that there's a specific combination that I'm particularly aiming for.
Okay. I think it's just awesome that we're all just creating the things that we like.
Yeah.
I keep telling everybody, I think that was the thing that we started out with as Celtic Balls. We wanted to just be ourselves, number one, because we love Billy, we love, Justin, Kabolka, we love all of them and we respect what they're doing, but
oh no.
Am I frozen?
Oh, okay, sorry.
I'm like, why am I frozen? I probably look better that way. Oh man. So you're not working with any other reptiles. Are there any that you would like to get into to work with?
So I know that I might want to do the Pac-Man frogs again someday when I feel like I have more time, when I don't have like a baby, but I would never breed them. I don't know enough about like the brumation or anything. Um, we have a couple boas, but no, probably not. I don't think we might keep other reptiles, but we are very much focused on ball pythons.
Focus on the
It's
ball
what
pythons.
gets us excited.
I understand that. We've got just the one Pac-Man frog. I've got finally my retic that I begged for 4 years.
What kind is it?
He's a lavender albino het pipe.
Oh wow. Okay, cool.
He's a mainland, so
Okay.
yeah. And then I think we're gonna pick up some dart frogs, and
I like I like little frogs. They're cool.
I love dart frogs. And I'm getting a lychee because I really want a lychee.
Oh, Steven wants me to remind you guys. Sorry. We started working Nyala project, which originated like South Africa has a bunch of like people working with it, and it's recently come over to the US. So we're doing Nyala clown, and we're really excited about that because we're hopefully going to have some visuals this year as well.
We were talking about that at Tinley.
Yes, so we had just decided to get it. We hadn't gotten any of them yet though, but we had just seen them and started communicating, and they said yes, no. They said they were going to be importing them, so we waited until they imported them in like July, and we finally got them because we'd been talking about it in March. So we're really happy with him. He's beautiful, just a Nyala clown boy, and he's going to like 4 females this year. We're really excited about him.
That's awesome, though. I can't wait to see what the Nyala clown produces because that's going to be awesome. I did see Big D come in. Hey, Derek.
Oh, you have a carpet?
And yes, I am getting a carpet from my brother Jeremy.
Oh, that's awesome.
I can't wait for that one.
They're beautiful.
His acid's being made right now.
His acid, yes, we are working on his acid baby right now. So, because we have a little acid blitz boy that we're pairing to 2 girls right now that he's going to a butter leopard and a pastel girl.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah. He's wanting one of the pastels, I believe. So we'll see. We'll see which one looks really good. We'll see what he wants to pick out from. So who is your biggest supporter in the industry, or who's had the biggest impact on you?
I mean, obviously Steven's a huge support, but we will ignore him for now. No, he's a huge support in anything. Almost too much. Like, oh yeah, we do match.
We do. Hello,
yeah.
Turbo. Is it Turbo?
But so like it gets to where it's kind of like, hey, I want this thing. Yeah, get it. I'm the one who's like, no, we shouldn't get that. So he's a huge support. But we do have a lot of people that we've met in the reptile community that have been incredibly supportive. I think I would probably say I have a friend, Amanda Harrell. She's Kundalini Scales. I swear she has my back more than she'll like. I won't even know something like somebody made a rude comment, and I'm just getting the notifications that Amanda's going off on them. She bought an animal from our very first clutch. She's a real one. She is a great friend and a great supporter. We've had a lot of like breeders who have been breeding longer than us that have been super helpful to us, like Troy from Balls and Strikes. He's done a lot for us from like the beginning, like helping out with like when we were low on feeders or like giving us advice or things of that nature. Always cuts us a deal. He's awesome. The naked breeders, Will and Jennifer, they've also done a lot of like, hey, do you guys happen to have a like female rat? Yes, I do. Let me bring it over. They're awesome. And Brock Wagner and Brad Boa, they have both been incredibly kind to us and a lot of help, especially through sunset stuff and things of that nature. I
just saw Fred come in from FNA. Glad to see you, and Hot Glass. So glad to see you, Brother Fred. And Will from Will's Hello Heat. I don't know. I don't know if we're missing questions, Courtney, or not. I'm trying. I get busy talking to you and I forget.
Yeah, I know, it's good.
What's going on. I know we're trying to get Fred and AJ to 1,000 over on their channel.
Have to go subscribe to them. Steven does the most of the YouTube
He's
stuff.
looking for basketball or something. I don't know. Looks like Kyle's in. Hey, Kyle. Kind of the next question is, who do you look up to? Which is kind of the same as the last question.
So I guess somebody that I didn't say before, but I've already dropped the name. I really like the stuff Josh Lundberg does with Freeway and Asphalt. His stuff that he puts out, that is like that's exactly what I want to do. Anything that he shares, I'm like, I want to make that. That's amazing. I love that. So I really like the stuff that he puts out specifically. He's a really nice guy. He's always been super like friendly and supportive as well when we've spoken. But he's somebody that, I haven't talked to as personally as the people I mentioned before, but somebody that I look up to as far as what they've produced.
This one's a big one for me because I think about it the most. What impact would you like to have on the community?
So that is, I feel like that's a whole conversation. I don't know. And I think you said it earlier, you're not trying to be Kabilka. You're not trying to be this other person. I think the biggest impact that we are working towards right now is we both have backgrounds outside of reptiles that are valuable to reptile owners that not everyone, already know. Like I do a lot in analytics, even in marketing and marketing analytics together. So that's the big thing our YouTube channel is about. A lot of talking about marketing and how you can, build your brand so that you can have an easier time selling and marketing your animals if you need it. Obviously everyone is different and wants different things, but we get a lot of positive comments and a lot of positive feedback anytime we post an analytics or a marketing video. So I'd really like to keep doing that, and I'd really like to keep supporting people in that way.
We love when you do those videos. Our son is he has a undergrad in marketing and business.
Oh, awesome.
So we love that you guys do that and you put those videos out there. I think you did a video on lighting. You've done a video on all kinds of business aspects that we kind of have watched and gone, that's such great advice, because you don't think of those things when you're thinking of putting your business out there. And, a lot of times our son is working and we don't think to ask him to do, you don't think to ask your kids things for you. I try, because I'm always like, son, I need help with this, and I'm pushing buttons, and he's like, would you just stop? I'll come home and work. Would you just quit pushing buttons? Or we'll call him and say, can you do this or can you do that? And he's like, oh my God, yes. So, it's like, please. But I love that you guys put those videos out there, because I think so many people really get so much information out of those, and I think they really enjoy and appreciate them.
Mm-hmm.
So I love that from you guys. So I thank you. And I do want to say hi to Emmy, because I did see her come in the chat. So PDX Paranormal, I'm glad you're in here. Did I catch up with everybody? Mm-hmm. Am I good? Mm-hmm. Finally. Okay. What other social media platforms are you guys using right now?
So the big ones are YouTube and Instagram. Instagram is our main platform. That's where we started. That's where we started everything. That's where we found out that there was an entire reptile community. I do a little bit on TikTok as well. They're stupid videos. I haven't posted in a bit because we've been doing this campaign, so there's not a lot of time for other stuff, but I do like a couple like packing videos. People really like those, and then snakes coming out of their eggs, things like that. People like those. So I do a couple of those. I have a bunch of stuff that I've recorded that I haven't put on the phone because we record with the camera. I just haven't gotten around to it. But yeah, we have a Facebook. We post whatever is on Instagram. We post it over. So no, we don't do a whole lot on Facebook, but we had to start using it because we had a woman who had purchased a snake from us this year. She shared pictures of all the packaging and the snake that she'd gotten from us, and it like blew up on this like new ball python keeper Facebook group, and they like lost their minds. They were so excited, and they all like flooded us. And like, I don't post on Facebook, so we started posting on Facebook.
Yeah, I hardly ever did, and then it was like you really need to put things on Facebook, and I'm like, well, I'll just set my Instagram button to go to Facebook, so everything goes to Facebook now as well. So, hey Eric, so glad you're here. DEs wants to know what's your short-term and your long-term goals?
So the goals that we've been talking about recently is like building a rodent shed, like our own building for rodents, because we do them in the snake room right now, and I don't know how you if you have an escapee, the like frustration that they could like chew through a cord, stuff like that. We really want to move our rodents out of the snake shed, so that is one that we've been talking about a lot lately. Thank you, FNA. We've been trying. There's another short-term goal, to get through this campaign and not to let anyone down with all of our campaigning. But yeah, so those are like our immediate goals, and then things that we want to produce. I saw someone say about how many ball pythons are for sale on Morph Market right now. We just got an inquiry for our like firm price. We don't actually want to sell this animal sunset today. Like we don't have any issues moving animals. We sell to a lot of pet owners. I think I've said it like 90 times. Sorry about that. But it's when you think about how many people are in like the United States, for example, just the United States, that 13,000, that's not that many when you think of like how many people, if we keep bringing people into the community, if we keep like bringing pet owners in or bringing new breeders in, stuff like that. If you don't bring in people like pet owners, it's just a pyramid scheme. It's just
right.
Selling to breeders. So like reaching out to kids and families and getting people like pets to start off with, and letting them know about like if you ever wanted to breed them, like maybe get a female so that you could breed them one day. If you never want to breed them, go ahead and get a male. It's a cheaper price. When we do reptile shows, we see so many pet owners that are getting their first snake. They've been waiting because they knew the show was coming up, and they've got it all set up at home. We had one woman recently purchase from us. She like 3 years ago, we had gone to PetSmart. We had just gotten our stickers printed, so I guess it was 2020. We went to PetSmart to pick up a couple of feeders because we weren't breeding our own mice at the time, and we needed to feed alive. And while we were there, we mentioned that we were going to start breeding ball pythons, and we gave her a sticker, and she had hung on to it for 3 years. And she's like, I'm ready to get a ball python. I want to get it from you guys. And that was really cool.
That's what you love. I mean, when you know that somebody's getting something specifically from you because they know who you are and they know what you're doing. It looks like PZ says, shout out to the 715th Army NSA in Hawaii. So I guess we're shouting them out.
Hey.
Hey. Jar says, damn, we're late. It happens.
It's good to see you. The other Angie.
It happens. Let's see. did Stephen cut you off in the dark or?
Yeah, no, so he had turned the light off because apparently the light looks better if it's just coming from the
That light.
That's what we did.
yeah, so he came in here and cut the light off. I was like, what are you doing? And he's like, you look weird. I was like, okay. Thanks, babe. I appreciate it. Thank you. We're again. I know I keep bringing it up, but the reels are so much fun to get them and feel like you got them right. I think I'm funny, so I love doing that. And Jana's been putting some out, and Reggie he's been putting, and Andrew's been doing some fun stuff. Bree, everybody's been like really good sports. We're having a lot of fun with it.
This has been the first year that I've heard of it. So, and I think it's because all of you guys are in it. Like, you guys, Reggie, Pat, Royal Black Balls.
Yeah,
Shamir.
So we went to Knoxville, Tennessee last weekend, and we met up with, I think Shane is the one who told us that it was happening, but Chris is going around. He was going to be in Tennessee to meet with Justin for some interviews, and he was bringing Shamir with him. And then Bree is in the Smoky Mountains, so she's like 45 minutes from Knoxville, and Shane lives in Knoxville. So they were all going to be meeting up, and they're like, "You guys, it's too bad you're so far away. 5 hours." And we're like, 5 hours, we'll be there. So we drove all the way up to Knoxville just to hang out with them last weekend, and we had a blast. Everyone was so nice. Everyone's always so nice. And we got to meet a bunch of people. Like, I didn't realize Bankrupt Reptiles was there. I'm gonna forget everyone who we met now. Fryer, Great Balls of Fryer. There was a ton of people. It was really cool.
Yeah, we got to hang out with Shamir and his wife and the baby down at Arlington oh my God, they are such great people.
That was my idea, by the way. Kidnapping. No, Shamir was super nice. He was headed back up like the very next morning, so we had dinner with him. And do you watch any of Chris's podcast or any of his stuff? Chris Eaton, Snakes and the Fat Man.
I have, yes.
So it's vulgar, right? We took him to Cracker Barrel at like 10 o'clock at night, and oh my God, poor Shamir. There's like old ladies a table away, and he's just spouting out some curse words, and I'm like, oh my God, Chris, they're all looking at us. Stop. It was so funny.
So it's kind of like going to an auction, a U.S.
auction.
Yeah,
oh yeah, that was about right. Yeah, but it's funny because Shamir is such a like super nice.
He's so nice.
Straight and narrow, and he's so funny. The first time they do like a Zoom call, and the first time I came into the Zoom call, Shamir was like, "Courtney, you're not gonna like this. This is y'all are too like PG for this," and I was like, "No, it's okay."
You're like, "I'll be fine."
Fine. Well, yeah. Stephen makes us very like G-rated on like social media and stuff, because we want to bring kids in. We want to like be there, like anyone be able to watch it, but like that doesn't mean that we don't like that we can't stand anything that isn't G-rated.
Yeah, that all went to hell on my show when Mom Juice Mondays came out.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've been there for it. I did. I think I was talking to someone. I was like, "Oh yeah, you should check out the show. They do like ladies' night. It's really cool. It's really awesome." And they jumped on. They jumped on your Mom Juice Monday instead of the ladies' night, and they're like, "What is that?"
Oh God! Did they jump on when Juicy?
Yes, Juicy. Yes.
Oh God! Stop this show to jump on.
They're like, "I don't know what this is. This doesn't sound like what you told me it was."
You're like, "Oh God, what happened with this show?"
Yeah.
That's what I say. I'm like, always with that show. I'm like, I don't know where I lose control, but most of the time on that show, it's 5 minutes backstage. And I'm like, I don't know where it goes out the door, but it's always backstage.
Yeah.
and never have control and we come out. I don't know. But that one was a lot of fun. Will Juicy ever appear again? Who knows? She's in the Alps right now doing some hiking.
Couldn't be me. No. Right around Christmas, what a time to go to the Alps. Oh.
Right. We're hoping she gets lost.
Yeah.
Good evening, old man pies. Gosh, we have talked so long that we've almost blown the whole show.
Sorry.
What the heck? No, it's great. I mean, we've just had I've had such a great time with you that it's just like it's gone so quickly. That's what I'm saying. It's like, where did it go?
There's a good crowd. It looks about 30 people.
Yeah. Do you have a most anticipated clutch coming out for this next season that you want to talk about, or is it a surprise?
No, it's not a surprise. We are going to be sitting down. Like, we were going to do it today, but somebody didn't take as long of a nap as we expected.
Well, Steven can get one later.
He gets cranky if he doesn't get his nap.
Yeah.
So we are going to sit down tomorrow and like hash out exactly what we're going to be pairing next year. But our most anticipated for me, we have the Nyala clown male that we're going to be pairing to our banana blade het clown female. I'm so excited for some banana Nyala stuff. And then our Odie Enchi female maker banana asphalt male is going to our Mardi Gras female, our Enchi yellow belly asphalt. So we're hoping to get super asphalts and freeway stuff from there. I'm really excited about that. And we also have two 66% pos het sunset females that we will be pairing to our visual sunset male. We have a normal and a leopard 66%. So finding out whether or not they are het sunset, that is like that's we have 3 pos hets that we're pairing this year. We have a which she won't be possible het by the time she goes because we sent her shed off, but we have a spot nose black pastel girl that we bought her a spot nose black pastel, and after we bought her, they're like, oh, by the way, she's 66% het clown, and we're like, oh, okay, well, that's awesome. So now we're gonna go ahead and pair. We already started pairing her to a clown because even if she isn't, we do want what she has in clown. So it depends on whether or not she proves out, or we get that shed back saying what she is, whether she goes to another clown next year. But we're really excited to prove out all of our possible hets.
See, that's so exciting. I get excited for that part. I mean, you love to see the visuals come about with the things that you positively know, but when you have those hets and you're really trying to make something and you see the visuals come out, it's like the most exciting thing in the world.
So for the black pastel spot nose girl, I think when animals are like particularly beautiful and they're a possible het, you're like, oh, that must be the head influence that makes them look so good. That is such a beautiful, it must be the head influence. It must be the head influence. So like the black pastel spot nose girl, I'm already sure she's het clown. Like I don't even, which I have no way of knowing that. But both of the het sunset girls, neither of them, they're both kind of like, it's a normal and a leopard. I'm like, they're not that good of an example of a leopard. I don't think they're actually sunset. And it's so dumb. Like that doesn't mean anything.
So it will be exciting if they are.
Yeah. Oh, we're so excited if they are. We have we got them all from Brock Wagner and Brad Boa, or I guess from Brad. Brock just handed them off to us. He was purchased leopard sunset from them, and they had the 66% from the clutch that they gave us as well. So, you know, they're all they're all up to size, but they are still kind of young, so we're not sure if they'll go or not. We have a lot of stuff we're excited about, but we really need to sit down and figure out exactly what our pairings are.
It's going to be exciting. I stalk everybody's IG, so
we're doing. We have like a fun idea for a YouTube video. We haven't shot it yet, but at the beginning of the year, we had like done a video on what all of our pairings were and what all we were going to get this year, and so we're going to shoot like a reaction video to that video. I don't know if you've seen those when like YouTube people who are much more popular than us on YouTube, they'll react to one of their old videos and they'll like watch through and be like, I don't know why I did that. We're gonna like watch that video and pick out like parts that are like, yeah, no, that didn't happen, or yeah, that went great for us.
I don't know that we've done any reaction videos, but sometimes we'll sit back and watch some of our early ones and go, why did we do that? Why in the world did we do that?
Are you hearing an echo for me? I might have to throw some headphones on.
Hey, PCF. Now we're getting close to our 7 o'clock, but I want to let everybody know we are getting ready to go over to Warfels.
Okay.
So we're gonna he is going live at 7.
Awesome.
So we're gonna be jumping on his show.
We'll see you there, Jeremy.
God knows what's gonna happen over on that show. So I want to thank everybody for coming. Courtney, you have been so awesome, and I want you to come back anytime at all. And God knows we're going to have you and Stephen both on some Mom Juice Monday.
Yeah. I think that'd be really fun. I don't think he's seen it. I don't know if he. Stephen,
don't tell him. Don't tell him.
Okay, I'll keep it to myself. I will send you the Chris Eaton one because he just posted it as a story and I screen recorded it, but it wasn't a reel, so I'll send it over to you. Am I still echoing?
I'm
not hearing it.
Oh, okay. I was hoping okay. So what was it? I can't remember now. I'm sorry.
I have had so much fun.
Yeah, no, it's been great. I've had a great time. And it flew by. I didn't realize it had been an hour already.
Fast. I know.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that we can do like a roundup show where us girls can get together and we can have a little panel of us.
Yeah, because I saw your episode with sacred serpents and stuff. And yeah, that'd be really cool.
Yes, I do want to debut a little something before we end tonight. Celtic Balls did a little thing. So I just want to debut this. Now, Brittany Gobble, we are not.
Yeah. Okay.
But we have done.
Oh, how cool.
I don't know if you can see it. We've got our own 2023 calendars.
That's awesome.
We've got the photos. So every month has its own little photo of our little babies.
That's so cool. Is that in a light box?
It is in the light box.
Oh, how cool.
Yeah, but we've got our little babies all. Yeah. So these are going to be available. I think Mr. Donahue's favorite month is October.
Oh, that's so cool with the skull. I like that a lot.
Yeah, and November. He likes November.
Those are beautiful.
So these are going to be available for your 2023. So I think we're doing, what is it, $20 plus shipping. So those will be available just to let you guys know.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Anyway, like I said, we're Brittany Gobble. We are not, but we did our best.
Oh, I'm excited about it. That's awesome.
It's our first go around. So anyway, Courtney, thank you so much. You have been so wonderful, and I loved everything that you had to share, but I wanted to ask you more. I wanted to get more information, and it didn't seem like we had enough time. So I want to bring you back. So tell me that you'll come back.
Oh, absolutely. No, I had a great time. I'd love to. And then I don't have to, fight for screen time with Steven. So
exactly. We only let the ladies on here. So I am absolutely going to bring you back, and we'll do this again. So I am going to put you backstage, sweetheart, and I'll come back and say goodbye. And then we're all going to head over to Jeremy's over on Warfels so that we can have some more fun. And God knows what's going to happen. It says Warfels gone wild. So God help us all.
Yeah.
All right. I'll be right back with you.
All right. Bye.
All right. Thank you guys so much. I appreciated every single one of you being here and supporting me and Courtney. She is so wonderful and she is so knowledgeable about the business and the snakes. She's such a beautiful lady. And thank you guys so much for coming out. We love you. We'll be right here doing what we love, loving what we do.